Hi guys, Rachel here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a horror book review and a mini discussion. So I am going to be talking about The Carrow Haunt by Darcy Coates. If you are curious to see what my personal feelings are about this book, please keep watching. Okay, you guys, so I never knew anything about Darcy Coates before I picked up this book at Barnes & Noble. And I can't believe I never knew about Darcy Coates now that I read this book. So basically, I was walking around Barnes & Noble, and this book was laying on the table of paperbacks. And of course, it was literally the cover that caught my attention. So it's this gorgeous stairway with a woman who is literally laying up in the air. And you have this like ghostly mist. It's just a beautiful cover, and the Carrow Haunt. I just knew it was going to be one of those creepy ghost story books. So picked it up. It's a paperback. Love paperbacks. And basically this is what the book is about. I will not give any spoilers, by the way. This book is about, it says, Remy is a tour guide for the notoriously haunted Carrow house. When she's asked to host guests for a week-long stay in order to research Carrow's phenomena, she hopes to finally experience some of the sightings that made the house famous. At first, it's everything they hoped for. Then a storm moves in, cutting off their contact with the outside world, and things quickly take a sinister turn. Doors open on their own, seances go disastrously wrong, their spirit medium wanders through the house at night, seemingly in a trance. But it isn't until one of the guests dies under strange circumstances that Remy is forced to consider the possibility that the ghosts of the house's original owner, a twisted serial killer, still walks the halls. This book is so creepy, you guys. So it doesn't take a lot to creep me out. I don't get scared easily, but I feel like certain things do creep me out. So it doesn't take a lot to creep me out, but I genuinely was creeped when I was reading this book, and it's been a while since I've read something that made me feel like this. I would have to say, I think the last time I read something that creeped me out was probably The Exorcist, and I read that one a couple years ago. So I would have to say this was a really good creepy book. It's one of those books that you have to read at night, under the covers, in bed, home alone, to get the full creepy effect of it. So this book is about 300 and, oh no, this was a peek into the other book. This book is 371 pages. So, you know, for me, I read kind of slow. It takes me a while to get through a book. So it did take me a little bit longer than I would have originally wanted. But I would say once I really got invested in it, I could not put it down. It was really good. I think there was also times where I felt like I needed to kind of try to make it last as long as I could. But basically, Remy is a tour guide of the Carrow house, and the Carrow house was turned into kind of like one of those hotels, and it was I guess it was always a hotel, but I don't know if it was once a mansion and then turned into a hotel. There's like a bit about it in the book, and basically there's like a group of like 7 or 8 people, and they are investigating the house to see if there's any paranormal stuff happening. One of the characters is a medium. That was one of the reasons why I bought the book, because I loved the idea of having a medium walking through the house to feel out the haunted stuff. And it's just so creepy, you guys. It's not so much gore. I would say it's not very much gore, but there is a creepy factor to this book. So I definitely recommend. Darcy Coates writes so well. She's a simple writer. She's very descriptive in her writing, but it's not to the point where it's like you're not trying to just get her to get the point across. Like, it's a really well written book, in my opinion. It kept me focused. It kept me into it. And so I really, really enjoyed it, that I actually picked up a second book by Darcy Coates, which she wrote a lot. So now that I know she exists, I think I found a new horror author that I love. So there's plenty more to enjoy if you enjoy this book, you guys. So totally pick up a copy. I got mine at Barnes & Noble. You could probably pick yours up at Amazon or wherever. But really, really good. It's easily written. It does have chapters, which I like. Like, I don't know, I'm one of those weirdos. Like, I like when there's chapters in a book because it's easier for me to just kind of, okay, I'm going to read to this chapter and then stop, and then I'll pick it up later. So yeah, it does have chapters. It's very lengthy. It's very delicious, and it's creepy as well. So I don't really want to give out a lot of information because I don't want to ruin anything. But I will just say I totally enjoyed it, and I recommend. So if you're looking for something creepy, please watch that book, or watch that book. Read the book, you guys. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this quick little review. I didn't want it to be super long and, you know, drawn out. I just wanted to get the point across. So talk to you guys soon. Bye, love.